Good afternoon and welcome to the Hearts Sports Village at the Hearts University. It's National Basketball League Division 1 playoffs. It's the quarterfinals and the Storm are trying to slay the Dragons for the third time this season and reach the semi-final of the playoffs. Storm had a comfortable win last week versus Nottingham Hoods, 101-68, led by Greg Polin, 18 points and 17 rebounds, another double-double for him. And as for the Bradford Dragons, a dramatic 1-point win on the road versus the Essex Rebels, 74-73. Simon Wheeler is with me. And firstly, Simon, congratulations on your Hemel Storm Volunteer of the Year award. Very well deserved.
Thank you very much, Graham. Good evening, everyone. Less of that, we'll have a bit more about the volunteers later, less about me.
Okay.
Thank everyone for joining us this evening. So yes, this evening, I mean, everything you look at says that Storm should run out winners here. The stats say that we should win it. The table says we should win it, and history says we should win it. We haven't lost to Bradford since 2018. But we all know this. We all know on paper it can say one thing, but in real life, it's what happens tonight and what happens on the court. Players, officials, no fans here. Everyone's mood will all level the playing field. I think it's going to be a real tough one. We've tried to do everything at Storm to make sure the guys are ready for this evening's game. We asked our fans again to send in good luck messages. I'd just like to play that from everyone, which the players have seen and really responded to. It's for everyone's view.
Yay! Oh! Yay! Ow! You! C! Hey! S! T! O! R! M! Storm! Get up, Storm!
Good luck, Storm.
I can't wait to see you playing again. Hi all of the Hemel Storm players. Let's go Storm, let's go. Let's go Storm, let's go. We're in the quarterfinals!
When the road is long, when you're feeling love, with every breath, don't forget how far you've come.
Good luck to Hemel Storm versus Bradford Dragons on Saturday. Let's get this win. Let's go.
Congratulations, guys, making the playoffs, man. It's a big time accomplishment. But as you know, the real season begins now. Mike Williams, I'm proud of you, boy. You're doing your thing, man. You're making everybody proud back home. I'm pulling for you guys all the way from China. Go get that W.
Good luck, Storm. I hope you win. Good luck, Storm.
Mike, what's up, little bro? I had to drop a line. Wish the whole Storm family, staff, players, fans out there a good luck on this next playoff game. Yeah, the only reason I wake up early on Saturday mornings is my Fridays be long. But like I said, good luck. We rooting from y'all back here in the States. I know y'all got this under your belt. Take your time, make all the right decisions, make all the right plays. Don't get anxious. Leave everything out on the court and bring that trophy home.
Mike, I'm so proud of you, boy. I want you to go out there and I want you to play hard, play smart, but most of all, have fun. Yeah! I think I love you. Show me what you can do. Shake it, buddy. Woo! All you do is shake it. Woo!
Hi, Todd. Coming to you from all the way from the United States, wishing you nothing but the best today. Your team and you guys got this, all right? We'll be watching. Love you.
You too, bro.
Do your thing.
When you're feeling love.
You gotta say something to Mike.
We love you so much! my favorite sibling. They know that.
Good luck. I love you, big bro. I love you, twin. Play with your heart, not your mind. Be like this.
At the end of the day, I'm so happy that you're gonna be home for my birthday. But have a great game. We love you. We love all of you playing with him. But we love you, love you. You know I love you, love you. They know I love you, and they hate that I love you, but I love you, love you. Back in your heart. Oh, darling, I was blind to let you go. But now since I see you anymore, I want you back. Yes, I do now. Ooh, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Continue your playoff push because it's Storm season.
Graham, some great messages there from the fans, really getting the guys going.
Yeah, and quite emotional as well. For Greg and Mike and Tony Humphries, the chairman, spoke about that pre-game when he was giving out some of the awards and speaking about the teams. And in an interview which will show at half-time, talked about how difficult it's been for Greg and Mike particularly. So those messages will be really uplifting for them in particular.
Just as the guys are going to take the knee, I'd just like to join together with the rest of the sporting community. Enough is enough. We've got no chat on this evening as Hemel Storm are supporting Basketball England and the wider sporting community's stance against the social media's responsibility and current inaction against hateful and abusive attacks by cowards protected by this very inaction. We will not be posting on any of our social media platforms during the next 3 days, and comments have been switched off on our live stream this evening just to reinforce that message.
Okay, we are underway. Hemel Storm get the tip. And inside to Greg Polian, leading scorer, leading rebounder in this team and in the league. And shots up. It's a turnover. So now Bradford Dragons, it was an 18-point win last time these two teams met. March the 7th here. 87-69. Kudis, who made that massive three against Essex Rebels with 47 seconds to go. And he misses that attempt, but he only made 1 of 5 in that game. Bodie misses the layup. Feksky is playing today. Richard Feksky didn't play in the last matchup. He's right up there in the points per game and rebounds for this team. And here's a good three-point shooter, just long. Dave Walsh. Levi Knight. Williams using his off arm really well there. And Storm take a 2-0 lead. It's so important they have a quick start. They don't want to be playing catch up like they had to do against Thames Valley. And round arm shot by Sulks is no good. And Levi pushing. Bodie. Taylor. Mike Williams. Off the dribble, just long. And Lykoudis with the rebound.
Seemingly a slow start by both teams here, Graham. 8 minutes left in the quarter, 2 minutes down nearly, and only 2 points scored.
Yeah, they're just getting into their range. That's a bit flat there by the Bradford Dragons. And rebound again off the miss. This time Richard Feksky. 2-0. Lykoudis gets to the free throw line, stops and pops, and we're tied at 2. Winner of this game will meet either Thames Valley or Worthing Thunder, and Bodie gets the score. Great job by Bodie. Finishes with the right hand, and he's just slowed himself up and drew the foul, and he's at the free throw line side.
Bodie, we always know Bodie's quite happy to go to the line. He to the basket. I mean, he's often the instigator of the momentum within Storm team. Just doing a great job and drains the extra point.
He's averaging 16.8 points a game. Third on the Hemel Storm team, behind Greg and Mike. Sox, nice. Lykoudis misses the layup. He's got an issue with his leg there as he took off. He's getting back. Levi Knoll. Second in assists behind Bodie on this team. 3.9 assists for Levi. Williams catches, goes left. Levi catches and drains the three. And of course, Levi can make his own threes in dramatic circumstances as well.
Yeah, it's not quite the end of the game. We're not quite trying to go to overtime, but they all count. And, the total at the end will include that three nonetheless.
More scores we can get early, the less we're going to need. Too much drama at the end of the game. Good rebound and the finish by Rehard Sox. 8.2 rebounds a game, 12.7 points a game. One of the key players, Petsky, Osibor, Sox. After last week, Lykoudis as well needs to be watched carefully. Teo to Bodie, baseline, and loses control and turnover.
Again, we looked at the preview of this game and we spoke about it quite early on. Storm #1 in 3% scoring and #5 in field goal percentage. #1 from the free throw. Bradford are down there in the stats, towards the bottom. What can Bradford bring to this game that's going to make it and close that gap?
Well, they've got experience, and they've got really good experience of winning last week. That was a massive win. We spoke about it pre-game. The Essex Rebels missed some free throws down the stretch as Teu goes to the bucket and finishes right at the front of the rim. So they are going to feel good about themselves. They did it on the road last week, down the road in Essex. They've got to believe that they can do it again today. But if Hemel Storm keep pushing, don't let them get into any rhythm. Hemel Storm can deal with them. And they've got to stop Richard Feksky from getting off. 14.6 points a game. He's second on the Dragons for scoring. Little fade away from Greg, no good. And left-hand attack, but no good. Another rebound. And dropped over the top, Richard Sox. Storm have done a good job the first couple of minutes rebounding. The last few missed shots have been rebounded by the Dragons.
Yeah, it's good to get these early reminders of where you need to, ensure you're doing your job. As Greg goes up for the fadeaway, doesn't quite get the 10-footer. Again, Bradford come away with the ball.
They're getting into this game, they're growing into it. They're not going to mind a close game. They've already had a close win by 1 point last week. In a dramatic game at the Sports Arena, upsetting the seedings. Bodie wide open. That's the sort of shots they've got to look at. And they've just got to knock them down. Sox to shots up again and another three.
Bradford going early and going outside and with a lot of success keeping this game close at the minute.
Just in and out. Mike Williams with a bit of fade. He was on his way back before it had gone through the bottom of the hoop. Walsh.
Levi getting the tough call there, trying to loop the ball around the back of him as he drives past him, but adjudged to have caught the player on the way through. Jack Burnell stepping in for Levi. What could Jack bring? What did he bring last week? 22 points.
22 points, 6 of 13. So getting some volume shots. One of them was actually a 4-pointer, I think. It was so far out. This is a game where we're really going to need him to it. Lykoudis for 3 is off. He's missed his first couple of attempts. No. So Jack comes towards the ball and the screen. Greg to Levi Knoll.
Apologies, Levi didn't step off the court. It was Bode, in fact.
Into the post where Greg can do some damage. And good play by the Dragons. And they run out of time, Storm. Lykoudis to Lang. Back to Lykoudis. Fetsky wants it. Hand off to Walsh, who attacks. Back outside, Fetsky. Off left, but nice little interchange there between Walsh and Fetsky.
Yeah, the screen afforded him that couple of seconds that he needed to get the good shot off, not quite hitting it this time.
That's the thing with Fetsky, he can pick and pop or pick and roll, either one. Great pass! Talking about inside interaction there. Greg and Mike combining.
Teo's pass over the top there, avoiding everyone so that Greg could hand it back for Mike for the easy 2.
That's great recognition from Greg Polian there with the pass. Lykoudis. Screen comes from Saltz. Hesitates, attacks. Good job by Teo, and he does enough. And they get the rebound. Levi Knoll pushes to Jack. Kicks it to Mike. Catch. Splash! Jump shot from the corner. Great transition.
That was transition as it's meant to be played. Down the court quick. Some great passes where you think the man's going to go to basket, but kicks it out for the score.
Yeah, and if Jack's going to leak out like that, use him whether he scores or makes the pass, which he did there. And getting the shooter's roll is Lang.
And that's when transition doesn't work.
It's okay pushing it, it's just knowing when to push. Substitutions, time Regent Bascom. Eight points, 3 rebounds last week against the Rebels. Lykoudis. Lang. He had 16 points last week. Inside running, inside play by Richard Saltz. And they're getting a lot of joy inside here after the joy outside for the threes. They're mixing it up nicely.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what the coaches wants. He wants you to step out, you know, pull the defense out so it leaves them some room behind to make sure that, you know, the easy 2 points and, you know, getting the and ones, just the bonus Bradford would want. Coach has got this game going well for them.
Substitutions in Saltz. 31 minutes last week, 16 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of steals, and a double-double last time these teams met here, 11 points, 10 rebounds. So still know he's a man to watch. Williams, what a pass. Jack just couldn't get it to go. Beautiful pass. Lang. Saltz, hands off, Lykoudis almost get the fumble. Beck weighs in, shots up from deep, and it's long. Good rebound, Teo. Gonna need every rebound, every box out going forward now.
Such a great way to come into the playoffs when you're not expected to win, you're the underdog. You get that win, that just builds momentum for you for the next game.
They're not going to have a fear factor. They lost in the regular season, but now it's one game. They've already gone through against the Rebels, and they're pushing Hemel early here. 5 seconds remaining. Lykoudis attacks, spins, and he's blocked. And half court. Oh! Hello! Half court shot off one leg. What a way to finish the first quarter.
Here we go,
Watch
Graham.
this.
Nailed it!
Perfection from Mike Williams. It's 17 apiece, and what a way to tie the game.
It's the playoffs. Here we go. If every quarter's going to be like that, we're going to be nervous wrecks by the time we get to the fourth.
Well, it started off so slowly, 3 minutes or so, it's 2-0, and then all of a sudden, the teams in the last 5 minutes in particular have been playing a lot better.
Yeah, 17 apiece. I think that, it did Storm a little bit of, it's kind of hasn't papered over the cracks. They weren't. Bradford have come to play and make sure that they're ready to play and keeping up with them. Storm have got to make sure they do what they do well, and where they've got to, third in the league, and all those top of those percentages, and make sure that they keep going to their game.
And I spoke to Coach Mike Darlow pre-game, and he said you cannot underestimate. Maybe we underestimated Bradford Dragons' chances of beating the Rebels, and I apologise to any Bradford Dragon fans that we were going with the seeding, and if the highest seed was going to win.
He keeps saying we.
Sorry, myself. So I had nothing to do with it. We believed Essex Rebels were going to come out on top, and they didn't. And we're back here again, tied at 17.
You so often see it in sport, is that underdogs means nothing on the day. Throughout any sport that you've ever watched, it makes for great sport when the underdogs are performing well. You don't want to be that hard luck story that, oh, you did really well. You want to come out winning, and that's what Bradford did last week to really good. You might argue that Rebels had the opportunity to win the game and didn't take it, but Bradford had to be there to make sure it happened.
That's correct, and the guy with the ball now is the player Lykudas who made that massive three to put them in the lead, a lead which they held. Regent Bascom attacks Hafiz Abdul, good D. Right, Abdul back outside, deep three is way off, and Williams grabs the rebound. That's what the Storm need to do, only allow one shot. That's got to be their mission now. Bodie attacks, penetrate kick. And maybe that was a pull-up for Mike to take, but he looked for the pass. And good job by JB Jr. getting back.
Jack Burnell running a bit of maintenance on the shot clock, which Bradford obviously didn't agree with.
He's doing a few electrical repairs. Like his father.
Like his father.
Hold on, it's not working.
It's not working.
Oh, it's going again. Bodie. Tied at 17. Thought this was going to be a really exciting game. Abdul just takes his time, but he can't get it to go. But one player who can is Mike Williams.
Mike's really come on the second half of the season. He was. I don't think he was quiet first half, but Greg was taking all the scores and all the headlines. But Mike's really stepped up.
Yeah, Mike's second in scoring and third in assists on the team, and he's in the top 10 in the whole league of scoring, 21 points a game, and with his assists, and he's a good rebounder, and he's showing that right there. Catch and shoot for Bradford, and they knock it down, and it's tied at 19.
It's a basic mistake. He jumped out of the back court into the front court. You've got to have a foot down before you get the ball back.
And just a few sloppy turnovers from Hemel Storm. They know they're in a game very early here, that it's going to be tough, and they've got to be at their best. They cannot take a possession off. Lykudas to Regent Bascom. They're moving the ball on the outside. Walsh puts the shot up, and rebound Greg Polian, the second best rebounder in the whole league behind Silla.
Yeah, capped his 18 points last week with 17 rebounds. There it goes!
Oh!
Slams the ball home.
What a crushing dunk by Greg Polian, and that's a statement. We've had the half-court shot by Mike, and now that dunk just out of nowhere, he just caught it, almost casually elevated, and absolutely threw it down. Big time play.
Fortunately, the replay man missed that one there, which is me.
I think we all got very excited as he threw it down. 3-point play for Greg Polian. Walsh inside to Emekwe. And turnaround is just out. But, oh, what a block! Get out of here. Back to Walsh. Almost stolen. Regent Bascom attacks, throws it up off the glass, and Greg Polian rips the down.
Mike's really lively at the moment. He really wants to be a part of this game. You can just see his whole nature. Look at the dribble. Go into the basket, drives, pulls the foul.
Good decision. He can real positive body language, as you say, Simon, and the dribbling was just too much for the Dragons defence to deal with. And we know he can do it. It's just picking that right spot, that right moment to attack. Drains the first free throw of the night. It's the shooter's roll for the second.
Matthew Armstrong coming in for Bradford. Lakudis is going to take a seat for a while.
Play against Essex last week, but you can't leave Walsh with a three-point shot there. Bodie hesitates, and ball's loose, and they're fighting for it. And look who's got it! Greg Polian gets it from the floor and gets the short shot to go. Storm out to a 7-point lead. And they've just stepped the defence up, stepping into the passing lane, getting the loose balls, and it's time out for the Dragons.
Coach Mellor deciding that's the right time, you know. Gone from 17 all at the beginning of the quarter, now to 26-19. Storm putting on the pressure. Bradford need to come back from this.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. They were leading. That Mike Williams half-court shot. It's a real big lift for the Storm, and a big lift for him, for sure. He leads all scores for the Storm, 13 points, 2 from 2 from the line, and 100% from 2-point range. Bodie with 3, Levi with 3, Teo 2, and Greg with 5 points and 5 rebounds. And he's averaging a double-double, Greg, and both of the American players on the Storm side really up for this.
Yeah, you know, you look for the big-time games for your big-time players. That's why they're here. You know, the guys have been great this season. You know, suffered, no doubt, from being away from their families and during lockdown and the concerns. But they're doing such a great job for Storm. You know, they're well versed in these kind of games, going through the American collegiate system. Possibly with a bit more noise than they're getting right now. But hey, we look forward to that next year.
Yeah, and Tony Humphries, the interview, which we'll be showing you at half-time, was really hopeful that with everything coming back with Basketball England, that there will be supporters back at the Storm Dome at the start of next season. Hafiz Abdul into Greg Polian. Good defence by Emekwe. Greg gets his own miss. Out to Bodie. Bodie elevates and whistle. And there's a foul, and Bodie will go to the line for 2 shots.
Nice sideways step from Bodie, not a move you often see. Drew the player into him and caused the foul.
But he's a good mid-range shooter, Bodie, so the defence is going to come out and play a little bit tighter, and with that little bit of fade he has on the elevation, The defence overbalanced, and the free throws are going in. They are so important, and get the free throws in early. So if they're needed late game, so one misses. They've already made a few. Bodie, but he makes the jump shot from the same spot.
Give up the 1 point for the 2 points. Good basketball.
10-point lead for the Hemel Storm, in control at the moment. They've just got to stay on top. Play tough D. Betsky, great job by the Storm, and here they come. Japan out. Passes it off the glass, and almost a throw down, but finishes with the finger roll.
An unconventional pass, to say the least, Graham, but hey, they all count.
Not sure if he was looking for Javi's for the alley-oop, but straight down the other end is Dave Walsh, and he knocks down the three. 2 for a 3.
Guys, we appreciate that you can't put any comments in the chat at the moment for what we said before about the Ain't Nothing Enough programme. But if you want to give us a quick like, know we're out. We know you're out there. We know the support is out there for the guys. Big free attempted by Levi, though, just doesn't go home.
That 3 does, and Bradford Dragons come out of that timeout. 2 big threes from Walsh, and it's timeout Storm.
Definitely ebb and flow already to this game. You know, the timeout when they were 7 points behind, so only gotten back to 6 points, but it's definitely Storm have gone off the boil from there.
Yeah, and Bradford Dragons 3 from 11 only for a 3-point range, and it seems a better average than that because all their threes have been really big and they've needed them, none more so than those last 2. So timeout for Hemel Storm, leading by 6.
As you alluded to, our half-time schedule is going to be quite a long one. Interview coming up from Tony. We've got a special member message from another member of staff that couldn't be with us. We'll look forward to that, and a couple of other surprises in there if we can.
We look forward to that. Tony Humphreys spoke with so much passion and knowledge and about Hemel Storm and what everything means to him, and how pleased he is with the way things have gone and that the season is going to be completed. So do listen to that at half time. So Bodie, Tayo, Greg, Mike and Levi back to the starting 5. See if Storm can come out with a good play out of the timeout. Greg from the elbow, just long. His jump shot's just a touch off today. Halfway through the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying the action here at the Hart Sports Village and at the Hearts University. Salts attacks. He's got that move, just couldn't get it elevated enough. Storm push. And Mike attacks and floats, and what a tough move. Wow. Mike is really taking the lead offensively here for the Storm. Ray Osabor into the game, leading scorer and rebounder for this club. Shots up just off from Walsh. He doesn't get it to go for 3 in a row. Lykoudis back in for the Dragons. Tayo to Bodie. Screen set for Mike. He gets it back. Pull up 3, just long, and rebounded by Lang. Jermaine Lang with the rebound. Lykoudis.
A bit of an issue with the scoreboard at the moment. So technical team are going to need to get on this. Seem to have lost all scores.
It's gone completely blank. I'm sure there's enough knowledge on that great array of table officials. and their role is so important to get top table officials for all these games and under all these COVID conditions.
Okay, we're back up. Score looks correct, 33-25. Shot clocks, 14. All looking good.
It's interesting that Osborne didn't start. He's the leading scorer and rebounder on this team. Didn't play last week. Maybe nursing an injury, the young man.
Yeah, the teams have been through it. You know, there was a portion of the game or the season where we didn't have Greg, and guys stepped up.
Penetrate kick, Walsh, and he drains another three. You can't leave him.
Takes Walsh to 14 points now. One you got to watch and get out to.
6'2" guard lining it up here. Levi. Williams attacks. Greg mid-range, and again just long. Inside, Osborne blocked, gets his own rebound and puts it back. And we're back to a 3-point game.
Didn't look like he was struggling with an injury right there.
No, this is a good effort by the Dragons. They're really playing tough and hanging around. Good bounce pass and good defense, but Greg again. Great offensive rebound, but here comes the Dragons the other way. And they get the two in transition. And Coach Chris Meller loving that. And we're back to a 1-point lead for the Hemel Storm, who led by 10, and you felt we're comfortable. We're almost tied again.
It's, you know, Bradford are doing a great job, and you come down, hit a couple of outside threes, then the really good work they're doing on defense to stop Storm, get that easy shot away, and then transition to get the quick two. It's a good performance.
Yeah, they're playing smart and they're getting the shots they want. They're getting Walsh wide open. Good penetration towards the basket. All the help came to the player that was driving, and that left Walsh wide open. As you say, 14 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. And he's a real threat. And Sulks, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and just the 1 turnover. So they've come to play again. Big win last week. They believe that they can hang with these teams that are higher up the league in the playoffs. And it's showing again that they can. Storm have got to do it again. They've got to play excellent basketball now for the last 3 minutes or so and get that lead up going into half time.
Storm get the ball back. 3 minutes to go, or a second just under. 1 point lead. What's the minimum you want to come out of this half, Graham?
Well, 5-6 points will be good, but very difficult to control this Dragons team with that 3-point threat. Nice job by Levi Noel. Just off with the shot, but good shot fake. Sulks attacks. Lang, he drives. And he faces the basket, no good, ball goes. And Williams attacks and layup off the glass. He's very quick, Mike.
Bradford recognised that they couldn't get back in time, so gave him the layup. Mike obliged by taking it.
Sulks to Lakunis. Takes the shot and misses. No heroics from him yet. Levi Noel. Tayu pulls up. Beautiful trail play. Just knew he had the space. All the defense are getting sucked towards the hoop. And he drains it.
Quite often, Teo, you see him in at the beginning of the game, and then goes back to the bench. You see him just come out for these moments and does his thing, and then they go and sit down for the next time they need him.
And it was his first basket, but he does it in other ways as well. Off the glass. time, Regent Bascom. Wow. Inside, outside dribble, Bodie. An offensive foul this time. Good defense by the Dragons. That's Mike's first. Excuse me, Bodie's foul. That'll be his first.
Two-point game. Bradford have it.
Good for the spectators. Not so sure the coaches are enjoying this. They want their team to get control. Three's up and just long. Good look on the handoff. Levi Knoll. Knoll attacks. Brings it all the way out. Bodie. And gets fouled. And here go to the line for 2 shots.
Dragging up to 4 fouls right now, but they're sharing them around. No one in any particular trouble this half on both teams.
Just short. Greg with another offensive rebound, and Williams just long on the 3, but Greg again. 11.5 rebounds a game he's averaging. And another steal, Levi Knoll. Ball's loose, Teo picks it up. Good job by him. Williams attacks the closeout. Greg thinks about the long range shot. Ball's loose. Time on the shot clock. Bodie gets it, 5 seconds, 4, 3, floater, just short. And Bradford Dragons can hold for the last shot of the half. Storm by 2. And Dragons drain another 3 to lead. They're going for the 2, and they get the 2. Right hand layup from the left for Jermaine Lang, and the buzzer sounds to end the first half. And it's a real tight one here at the Hart Sports Village.
2-point lead. Sorry, not a 2-point lead. It's a tight ball game. Tied at the first quarter, tied at the beginning, tied at the first quarter, tied at the half. It's not going to be an easy one, is it?
No, we know it wouldn't be. It's exactly how we thought it that they would come out, especially after last week's win. Bradford Dragons. What's gone before? You can talk stats and the wins that Bradford Dragons conceded to Hemel Storm, but now it has no meaning now. This game is tied, and 2 quarters, 17 all, and then 20 all in the second quarter, and we're tied at 37.
Okay, so as we said earlier on today, we've got a couple of things we want to cover up on this half. The first one is not all the staff have been able to follow the game. There's a young lad that is at every home game normally, a young man by the name of Miles. He's our very own court man and missed out on being with the team. He's one of the staff and brings more than just a dry court to our games. He's got a cheeky smile, and not least that the Proclaimers will be missing the royalties every time he steps on court. So from all the players and all the staff, Miles, just to let you know, we are missing you. Great job, Miles. Really good. The guys got that play to them all special before the game, and they really responded to it well. Also, as Graham said, we had an interview with the chairman, Tony Humphries, this morning. Just going to play that for now, and just a few words from him.
Good afternoon. I'm here with the chairman of Hemel Storm Basketball Club, Tony Humphreys. And Tony, we've just had a really nice moment pre-game where you've given out some awards, and I wanted to start off just having a chat with you, if you can give me your thoughts about the amazing work that a lot of people are doing for this club.
Yeah, of course. It was a nice thing to do. It's been a difficult season, but it could well be the last time that committee members and the support staff are all together as we go down the final stretch of the season. But I think what's important is, and what we're proud of, is to be a community club, a voluntary club and a not-for-profit club. And for us to achieve what we achieve means that we have to have a very special group of volunteers. And each of those guys do a fantastic job, whether they be on committee or whether they're on, behind the scenes on match nights or support staff. They're absolutely vital for what we achieve. And they're also essential for us to grow, because without their skills and knowledge and know-how and effort and commitment, it's difficult for a club like us to keep growing. And they're people that effectively make our club investable. Without those people, we wouldn't be investable, whether that's through sponsorship or through fans. Fans come in to a packed night at Decorum Sports Centre, or buying merchandise, or even buying a raffle ticket. All of those things help, and without those group of people really being centre to what we do, I think we would be a very different club.
Yeah, I totally agree, and maybe a shout out to a couple of the real leading people.
Well, I think this year has been such a stretch for a voluntary model. So if you look across all sports, I think in particular, I think clubs like ours that have had income restrictions, and in many ways income's just completely taken away overnight. So I think we've all had to invest more hours, irrespective of the sport. But in our club, the finance side has been affected enormously. So people like Brian Taylor has burned many hours making sure that we've been on an even keel this year, making sure that we were in the best position to apply for the winter support package from the government.
Yes.
So without all of that, we would have had a very different year. And if you add that to people like John Bennell, who's put together, despite COVID, a fantastic roster. I think people like Drew and Mike have done an astonishing job under the circumstances, and the players, and I mentioned that in the presentation before. And other people, people like Heidi, is an unsung hero really, because she's had to get to grips with the visa situation amongst COVID and things like that. But I could go, nobody on our committee or our volunteers, they've all done a fantastic job. Look at Maddie and Nicole, they've had to test players twice or three times a week.
Yeah.
Learn new processes, report it back to Basketball England. So the whole gang, the whole family has really had to step up in what's been a really difficult year.
And it's a family affair as well. Carol playing a leading role here as well. Maybe a quick word about the missus.
Well, I think Carol. I think she does a lot behind the scenes from a marketing perspective. She's been working closely with Simon, on the Storm TV stuff. And it is a family affair. I was dragged into it late on in terms of getting involved in the sponsorship and the business development side of the club, and then I become chairman. But it's just a great club, and we're very proud of it. And I always pay respect to the fact that the club's been here a long time in whatever guise. So if you go back to 2010, when Hemel Storm came back to Decorum, there's been unbelievable volunteers and leaders and coaches and players all the way through since 2010. And you can go back to the 80s when I first started watching Storm, or Ovaltine as it was. There's always been, and we've been very lucky in Hemel to have some great leadership and some great volunteers. But without that, Hemel wouldn't be what it is, I don't think.
And you've mentioned Simon Wheeler. Of course, you've just awarded him Volunteer of the Year award. So, about what Simon's been
I think one of the successes of lockdown, I think, has been streaming. Now, I think for a club like ours that gets 500 or 600 in every home game, streaming hasn't been something that actually we've ever looked into before. But I think across the certainly Division 1, we had a meeting about it only last Monday evening about some of the upsides of the season, and streaming is really up there about it's engaged more people, not just in our community but across Hertfordshire. I spent more time watching other clubs because of streaming that's been done by other clubs.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think what Simon has achieved by taking Storm Television, as we call it, Storm TV, by the scruff of the neck, from ground zero and built it up with the help of you, Graham and Lee, who no one sees behind the camera there, has been an extraordinary effort. And some of the stats that have come out of it that I really stressed Simon out getting this morning, 8,000 views, 2,500 hours of watching Storm TV for something that was only launched in February is an extraordinary outcome, and Simon fully deserves to be Volunteer of the Year. And it was nice this year to be able to have a gathering of people, not in our usual way, we haven't had an end of year social, but to acknowledge Simon in front of the Storm family today, as you say, was a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, and he's been not only thrown in doing the technical side, he's been thrown in as a commentator as well.
Yeah,
and it's been an absolute joy to work
he's
alongside
done a great job, and he supports Watford, and he drinks gin. So apart from that,
and just touch it. Couple of more questions. Just the team. You've said that you're happy with what they've done, what they've achieved so far. Winning today is a real big one. I mean, and can they go all the way?
Well, I think winning today is massive, of course. But I'd love to pay tribute to Drew and Michael in particular, and the players, because since Drew and Michael teamed up at the beginning of last season, I think I did have a quick look at the stats. I think they've won 72% of games or something, and only lost against the people that we know we aspire to compete with. So, I think the coaches and the players have done a fantastic job. I mean, John did a great job in getting the roster together. Drew's put some great processes together in terms of recruitment processes. Mike and Greg, who I did mention in our presentation earlier, Mike and Greg have come to this country in some extraordinary circumstances. They moved away from home and then found themselves in a position where they actually couldn't go out of their houses apart from to train twice a week. And that is, so they couldn't get to the gym, they couldn't do their road work, they couldn't do all of the things they love doing. So, hats off to them, for putting in the effort and making this season such a success. And I said at the time, all of the players this year, on top of their day jobs, have done an incredible amount of absorbed a lot of change and just been fantastic.
Yeah, and they've certainly been exciting to see every week, and it's been fantastic bringing the stream to everybody at home. One last question to the fans and the followers of Hemel Storm. Obviously, with today's game and hopefully moving on and looking forward to next season.
Well, I think that our fan base is hugely important to us. I mean, our not-for-profit model, requires a huge amount of income and support from, or a good proportion rather, of our income from our fans. And I hope we've kept them engaged through your hard work. And I hope that come next September and October that we can get them back in the Storm Dome. And we're working hard towards that. And Basketball England, I know, are working hard towards that. So, but this complex here at the Sports Village has been a fantastic place for us to play basketball. And
yes, agreed.
And we're looking forward to getting home. Of course, we are, and looking forward to seeing a packed Decorum Sports Centre come October.
And a big thank you to Bryn, obviously, who runs things
Bryn's
here
done
at
a
the
great
Sports
job.
Village.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank really our sponsors as well. I've kept them engaged all the way through, and I hope that we can welcome them back into the fold from next September as well.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for spending time talking to us. Enjoy the game.
I'll try, but I'm a nervous watcher.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Pleasure, thanks very much.
Tony Humphries, everyone.
Yay!
Good luck, Storm.
I can't wait to see you playing again. Hi, all of the Hemel Storm players. Let's go, Storm. Let's go. Let's go, Storm. Let's go. We're in the quarterfinals.
When the road is long, when you're feeling low.
Good luck to Hemel Storm versus Bradford Dragons on Saturday. Let's get this win. Let's go.
Congratulations, guys, making the playoffs, man. It's a big time accomplishment. But as you know, the real season begins now. Mike Williams, I'm proud of you, boy. You're doing your thing, man. You're making everybody proud back home. I'm pulling for you guys all the way from China. Go get that W.
Good luck, Storm. I hope you win. Good luck, Storm.
Mike, what's up, little bro? I had to drop a line. Wish the whole Storm family, staff, players, fans out there a good luck on this next playoff game. Y'all the only reason I wake up early on Saturday mornings. You know my Fridays be long. But, like I said, good luck. We rooting from y'all back here in the States. I know y'all got this under your belt. Take your time, make all the right decisions, make all the right plays. Don't get anxious. Leave everything out on the court and bring that trophy home.
Mike, I'm so proud of you, boy. I want you to go out there and I want you to play hard, play smart, but most of all, have fun.
Yeah! I think I love you! Show me what you can do! Shake it, buddy! Woo! Up and through the shaking, woo!
Hi, Taj, coming to you from all the way from the United States, wishing you nothing but the best today. Your team and you guys got this, all right? We'll be watching. Love you.
You too, bro.
Do your thing, bang.
When you feel in love.
You gotta say something to Mike.
We love you so much! Love you, Michael! They are so jealous that you're my favorite sibling. They know that. I love you, big bro. I love you, twin. Play with your heart, not your mind. Be like this.
Had to cut that short there, but again, just playing the good luck messages from all the guys there that sent them in. What a great job, and hopefully that can bring the team a bit closer to this win.
Yeah, and they need all the help and support they can get. Hemel Storm at the moment leading by as many as 10. And then Bradford Dragons showing a lot of resilience and dragging it all the way back. And we're tied at 37, but some great advice for the players, I think, from Mike's brother, and just some lovely words from the kids as well. So Levi Knoll inside, Greg up and gets it to go.
So what we need Greg doing is getting those big points. They're not going to be easy. Dragons are not going to lay down. It's up to Storm to slay them.
You got it. And they start right here. Bodie. Tayu for three, just short. But he can make that shot, we know that. Penetrate, they kick, Lang attacks and blocked by Tayu. Get out of here. Levi Knoll. Williams pulls up. That is a tough move.
Little star step to the right, just the defender would bought it, lock, stock and barrel, and then back outside shot. Awesome play.
Certainly made the right play and the right decision there. And the ball's loose. He's chasing the ball down. Kudis catch and shoot way off right. And Hemel Storm coming out strong here, up by 5.
Bradford not quite in the races. Williams all the way to the line, doesn't get the 2, but draws the foul. They go to the line and shoot 2.
Great attack by Mike. And after the 3-point shot, or the long-range shot, defense comes out a bit further and he can attack the closeout. Mike having a big game offensively here, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. points down the first.
The Field Dragons need to do something and do it quick. They've come back twice already now. They just seem to be off the pace just a slight bit.
Yeah, half time may have come at a good time for Hemel Storm. That shot's short as well, and they only one and done there for the Dragons. Here comes Bodie, attacks all the way to the bucket, and no defence, no resistance, no problem for Bodie.
There it goes. Timeout called. Grant, just talk us through this, which I think was a turning point in just the early start to this beginning. The little step
Mike
by
there.
William.
Yeah, Mike just putting a misdirection play there, just faking to go to his right. I think we're going to try and replay it again because it's worth a look, and he does everything at such speed.
There we go.
He's taken the defender, Regent Baxter, to the right, then he just comes left really quick and then just pulls up and just drains the shot. And to be able to do that at speed and make the shot, and that's why Mike played at such a high level at college, and he hasn't quite got to that level as much as he would like, I'm sure, this season. But he's getting there now, and he's leading the Hemel Storm offensively, and they're back up by 9 in just 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mike playing at Rutgers University, he was in with the Big Ten, so he, as we said before, you know, he'd be well used to these kind of games and the high pressure. These guys just eat it up. Himself, Greg, you know, Bodie's another one who will take this game and take it by the scruff of the neck if he needs to get that win.
It's going to be a test of character. It's the playoffs, and it's live on Hemel Storm TV. Fetsky to Lang. Catch and shoot is just off. And an offensive rebound again by Fetsky, and he's out of bounds, but it's a foul. Greg Polian. Williams, just going back to Mike, he's above his average for the season already, 22 points.
Greg picking up his first foul there.
And there's been a couple of games where Greg's got into foul trouble. It's good that he's only just picked up his first. Good spin and good defence. And straight up there by the Hemel Storm D. Here comes Levi. Mike again goes left.
Wanted the ball back. Demanded the ball back.
He's really worrying the Dragons D. Bodie into the Dragons stand, and no problems. Again, no help D. And Hemel Storm in complete control and got their biggest lead of the game.
Bradford not wanting to foul Bodie, knowing how devastating he can be from line. Foul called on the arm and on the
travel. Yeah. Almost good D there by Hemel. Substitutions. Back comes Dave Walsh. And got to be very careful of his three-point threats.
Yeah, he had 14 points early on in the second quarter. Hasn't moved on from there. Is that Storm keeping him quiet, or is he just running out of scoring?
I think they've keyed on him, because when they don't key on him, he makes the shots. And talking about making shots, Rehard Socks, yet again, they're coming back. The Dragons have got an awful lot of fire in their belly. Bodie, dragged back on the dribble, just short. And big rebound by Rehard Socks.
Sorry about that little technical issue there. Pushed the button and everything went wrong, but we're back on it.
Walsh. And Socks offering a screen. Walsh can shoot from range. Almost loses balance there. All the way across Lykoudis, catch and shoots. Right on the buzzer. Hasn't made one yet. And Hemel Storm will be very aware of what he did last week. Just made the 1-3, and that was the one that ultimately beat the Essex Rebels. Mike, catch, splash. And that's a really nice down screen from Polian. Just catch and shoot, so simple.
Yeah, I think it's one of the moves you've kind of pulled on all season is that, that catch and shoot, he's in the flow, he don't often miss.
Shots off left, and now Bradford Dragons starting to get a bit cold. Shot just under 30% from behind the arc for the season. There's Tayu, let's go from the elbow. Just look, and here comes the Dragons again. 10-point lead for Hemel Storm. Can they keep in control of this game? The winner will play Thames Valley or Worthing Thunder. And another big block. Great defence. Hands up, straight up in the air. Bodie is fouled in transition by Walsh, and the noise at the moment is coming from the Hemel Storm bench.
When I press that,
Substitutions. In comes Uche Umekwe. Bodie right through again, and he gets fouled. And he's just able to cut right through the Dragons' defence. And they go to the line for 2 shots.
Salts there not agreeing with the officials. Not the first time in the sporting competition they don't agree with the officials, but they sometimes see something that you, as a player, don't even recognise that you've done.
Bodie shooting just over 76% from the line coming into the game. Now the Storm by 12, and this is really impressive stuff by Hemel Storm.
Coach Mellor deciding that he needs to ring the changes. Osborne coming in again. There's obviously something going on there that we're not aware of, because he's doing a great job when he's on there, but not being relied on too much.
He is the leading scorer and rebounder, 17 points and 10 rebounds a game is his average. He's a young player, developing. See what he can do here. He gets the ball behind the 3-point arc, gives it to Rija Bascom. Shoots the 3, is long, and again, just the one shot, good rebound by Greg Polian. Bodie running into traffic, and the pass is snuffled away. Good dive on the floor by Rehard Salts.
In that hustle, Bodie gets the foul called against him.
Just not quite the right decision for Bodie. He drove in, which he has been, without being resisted. And that time there was 3 players around him and he had nowhere to go. Walsh. Looking again for Baxton, but he's the decoy. And Walsh doesn't need anybody as he just pulls the dribble up and drains the 3. Bodie Adiola. This is where Storm need to really show who is boss in this game. Bodie. Tayu gets it at the free throw line. Ball all the way across. Levi, shot clock running down. Catch, shoot, Tayu. Drains it for 3.
They're the ones that kill you. They're the ones, aren't they? All the way down to the shot clock, then gets the 3. Let's see what Bradford's answer is.
And what a block! How's the ball going for the dunk? Get out of here. Not in this house, says Greg Polian. Bodie. Is this the moment where Hemel Storm can rip this game loose? Inside, Polian. Is he going to square up or is he going to look for a pass? Back outside. Time running down. And this time too long, but Williams rips the rebound. Passes to Greg. Oh, he just missed.
Just going to go back to that block, Graham. Just have another look at that.
This is just defence, not giving up on the play and coming over and slightly from behind. As the ball may not have seen Greg coming. Fantastic timing by the leading player on this Hemel Storm team for sure.
Got my replay button working tonight.
You got it. You're on fire.
12-point lead, 2:59 to go. Can this one get back to all square at the turn of the quarter? Graham says no.
I think Hemel are on the verge here of ripping this game open. If Greg can knock these free throws down. And we've got a great chance. He's in the high 80s from the free throw line, but he misses that one. Walsh. Inside. Mekwe. And again, Greg right there. And the whistle blown.
Foul against Mike Williams. Mike Williams, not sure where.
Maybe on the body on the way up. And Mike's in conversation with the ref. He's nodding, that's good, and good communication from the referee. It's important that they do speak. If the player asks the question in a reasonable manner, then the answer can come back the other way. Uche Mekwe.
Jack and Walid both on the court. The Storm.
Yeah, and that's good. I think Drew should mix it up, get the guys on the floor, use as much of the roster as he can. Walid, captain, long-time servant of Storm basketball and British basketball. Walid, good extra pass, and just off, but excellent decision by Walid. And Mike Williams is completely zoned in. 14-point lead for the Storm.
Mike going up to 26 points. It's a game, he's bought it.
Good job, Walid. Good hands, and 2 shots coming.
Let's get to that one again. Mike comes out, pulls up, fade away, hits the 2.
There's a lot of highlight plays for Mike Williams today. But he's being efficient as well. 25 on the efficiency index, 9 of 13 from the field. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Just the 8 turnovers for the Storm, that's a really good effort this deep into the game.
And a lot of those were early on. I think that both teams took a while to get going in the first quarter and then been at it all throughout the rest of the game, and Storm just stepping it up now.
I think Coach Spinks would have said you can't keep letting them back in. If you're not 100% concentration in their faces on defence, they're going to keep coming. And Hemel Storm, the players have responded, as they have done the bulk of this season. And that's why they've had a very successful one so far. Levi, Greg, free throw line, Jay is good. That's a good sign, because he's missed a couple early. Really nice shot there. Jack Bennell getting in the act. A good decision from Jack, because the Dragons have got back.
I think he was looking to shoot or pass.
Probably pass, but one of his passes early nearly went in. Levi trying to get the layup to go, but strong defence by the Dragons. Sulks, hands off to Walsh. He'll shoot that. He's just short. That was deep. And the save is into the hands of Walid. He's doing a nice job for his team.
Got to forgive them a little bit. 15 points up. They want to play. They want to have fun. You know, Greg's in the open channel. Pass just too long for him to reach for.
Shaquille Lewis coming in. Just giving Greg a breather. Just the 8 points for Greg. 4 of 10 from the field. Got 14 rebounds, 2 assists. Kudis, the 2 sevens going head to head. Sulks all the way, and he loves that move, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line.
Shaquille maybe coming out a little bit cold there. Wasn't quite at the races as Salts went past him. Extra's good.
Just 60% from the line for Salts. Williams, great pass. And the finish by Shaquille Lewis. What a one-handed little look away. Highlight play again. Williams, the provider for Shaquille Lewis. And Hemel Storm looking strong here. Fetsky hands off. Walsh attacks, another block. This time, Walid Mamouni.
Storm have built a wall to stop these guys getting through.
It's good defence all round, and it's infectious. They've got to send a statement here again, and that is really careless by Bradford Dragons. And is this one game too far maybe for them, but we will not underestimate them. With their three-point threat, they can come back in a hurry. They just look a bit rattled at the moment, side.
Yeah, 30 seconds left in this quarter. It's been a big one for Storm, up by 23-10 at the minute. They can make it a little bit further if they can get the score this time.
Levi goes left, spins out to Walid, and he's blocked. Fetsky with the block, Salts with the loose ball. And Walid, if he had his time again there, just a shot fake, one dribble, take his own J or just move the ball along.
Storm on team foul, so Dragons will go down 2, shoot 2.
Salts again. Doing a good job from the line, 3 of 4 tonight, 75%, well above his average. Drains that. 12-point lead, and Hemel Storm will want to get a really good look here, but first they've got to deal with the trap. Levi Knoll all the way across. Jack Burnell attacks the closeout. Salts comes across to intervene. Mike Williams, step across, and misses everything. But the main thing there was that the Dragons were not able to get another shot off. After 3 quarters, Hemel Storm leads 62-50.
Big quarter for Storm there, 25-11. As you can see, level all the way through, but they've really stepped it up. Mike Williams has showed his energy and really bringing it home, and Greg stepped in with his normal points as well.
Yeah, they're leading, but they're only 4 of 14 from behind the arc, and their season average is 35, nearly 36%, which is excellent as a team. But with Mike leading 26 points, Greg a double-double, 10 and 14 points and rebounds. Shaquille Lewis coming in and getting that nice feed, nice pass from Mike, and Walid coming in and doing a nice job. And I think it's really important to keep the momentum going. The guys come off the bench and just get on the floor, contribute. I'm sure Drew's going to try and get everybody in this quarter.
Okay, so quarter scores are correct now after a little bit of messing around there. There wasn't 37 all in the second quarter, it was 37 all at the half. So as you can see, Bradford,
20-20, that's it.
Yeah, Bradford matched them as they've gone, and then a 12-point advantage by Storm in this. What can we expect from the fourth quarter?
Well, you just saw a trap right at the end of that quarter. So I think Dragons have got to go for it now. Every opportunity, some sort of man-to-man press or zone trap, and they're going to start to try and make some threes. Lokoudis hasn't made one. They've been relying heavily on Walsh to knock the threes down, and Storm have just got to get in the passing lanes and make it as tough as possible for Dragons to get an open look. Mekwe to Lokoudis, has to attack. Great D, perfect. 2-on-1. Williams, back to Bodie, perfection! Great pass from Mike, and that, kids, if you're out there watching, which we hope you are, that's how you run a 2-on-1.
Oh, and the extra. Teo
Big
falling into
shot.
Walsh as he was on his way back down.
And a big shot there.
So Walsh stepped to the line for the extra point. No problem for him, you know, he's been shooting outside so well and just takes that extra point. 4-point play for Dragons, exactly how they should come out. They're going to need to do that and repeat and repeat. The Storm have just got to find a way to see this game home. Greg pulls up for the 10th fade away. Inevitably hits the shot. Walsh with the ball. Off to Osbar. Kicks it out to Salts. Sorry.
Lykoudis. Mekwe. Salts attacks and partially blocked, but it's a foul. He'll be back to the line, Salts.
Teo picks up his third foul. They don't want to bring this down. They don't want to play as Bradford want them to play. They've got to really dominate their possession, work hard on defence, and take this all the way home.
Yeah, and again, Walsh with that 4-point play, up to 21 points. You just can't let him get set. And Salts has shown he's got range as well, and now he's going to the line. Storm have got to stay switched on.
Back down to 10.
It's the playoffs. A place in the semi-final on offer to the winner. Bodie. Just to pick his dribble up inside. Greg, too big, too strong for Walsh to handle. Nice job by the Storm.
Bodie recognising a mismatch there, got the ball inside, and there was not too much Walsh could do to stop Greg.
Lykoudis.
Hey, Bodie with a steal. Such a shame. Gives it up after getting that.
Walsh, he lets it fly from way out. The extra rebound inside. Fexky misses. Hemel still doing just enough.
Easy 2 there for Fetch. You feel that, you know, they've got to take those points, and then they've got to take the harder points too. Not doing enough. Walsh with the ball, looking in. Fetch. Nothing called. Salts with the miss too. Teo coming out with the ball. Storm really trying to run the clock, that Bodie decides he's going to take the shot. 7 to go, 12-point ball game. Fits out to Osbar, doesn't go. Levi just slowing it down there, reminding the guys, you know, we're in the ascendancy, we've got the lead, let's dictate this momentum.
12-point lead for the Storm. That's just off left by Mike Williams. And Walsh really pushing it. And reverse layup, can't get it to go. And Osborne can't get the offensive rebound. Bodie spins. Is he going to go all the way? He puts it off the glass and takes on Lykoudis and wins that battle. Timeout, Bradford Dragons.
Little look away from Bode there, just gave him the edge as he went up, and so devastating when he goes up for those layups.
Yeah, it was good to see. Just set himself, sized up like Kudis, and it's the ability with Bode to get up in the air and almost slow down, and the defence are just dragged in to either foul or they just can't get the block. So nice job by Bode.
Just have a look at the stats here while we've got a timeout.
Mike Williams outstanding, 26 points, above his average of 21. And Walsh, really top play by him. He had 18 minutes last week, 13 points, 3 of 9 from 3. Didn't play in the last game between these two teams here. So they're leading the scoring.
Greg with his automatic double-double.
He just, and the defence as well, the shots he changes, the shots he blocks. He's just an outstanding team player. He's got 2 blocks today, 2 assists, 14 rebounds and 14 points. 18 points, 17 rebounds last week. Greg steps out to play on Lakudis. Walsh not being given an inch there. Good pass along the baseline. And Great Osborne is fouled by Teo Afusi.
It'll be his 4th foul. They're going to leave him out there, or what's your decision, coach?
5:54. Coach is leaving him out. He's just got to play smart. Don't get dragged into anything. Try not to bite any fakes and just keep the hands up. Good shooter's roll by Great Osborne. That's the shot. Just 66% from the free throw line. There's Great Osborne. Good trap. That's what the Dragons need to do. Change things up, but not throw it away after such a good 2-man trap.
That bench getting behind them. They realise, now's the time. 5:45 to go, 12-point lead. Dragons need to turn this around.
They've got to try to do something different defensively. Just over 5 minutes remaining, 5:41, so plenty of time. Bode. Greg Polian to Levi Nile. Wide open shot. It's just in and out, halfway down, and here comes Osborne in the open floor. Goes past, and really tough move with the finger roll layup. Levi to Teo, back to Levi. 10-point lead. Storm will want to keep it at this. Bode gets it knocked loose.
Storm purposely running this shot clock down, trying to take everything to a 24-second offense.
Yeah,
3 seconds to go now. It's going to be a tough one.
That's a good play. Catch and shoot. Teo is just short. And Fetsky with the rebound. Foul call.
Levi wants the travel call, but fortunately he reached over. Storm now on 4 fouls, so everything from now on they foul. They send Dragons to the line. 4:53 to go. Dragons can take this onto double figures if they score here. Really put pressure on Storm. Kick to Walsh. Walsh trains the 3. Suddenly it's a 7-point game. Dragons in the ascendancy.
Yeah, Walsh remains red hot from behind the arc. Again, they leave him open. He only needs half an inch, it seems, to get it off. And straight away, the defence of the Dragons has rocketed. The intensity is up, and it's a 7-point lead for the Storm.
Storm getting dragged into a battle here, Graham. They need to show what they've shown all season.
They've just got to be composed here. They've left it for each other, and Lykoudis gets it.
Another lucky break. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Good pass by Williams. Bodie, that's huge.
Is that the one? Is that the points?
That is absolutely huge. Just deciding if it's a 2 or 3. I think. Coach Miller not happy.
I'd love to be able to show you a replay there, but just having a bit of technical difficulty with the replay, so I don't want to risk the live action with it. Officials are going to the table to let them know their decision.
Yeah, it's wonderful recognition by Mike, knowing the shot clock and to just dribble hard and kick it to Bodie, who calmly made the shot. And some scoreboard technological issues.
Seem to have lost the scoreboard again. The Gremlins are in. Messing with my replay button, they're messing with the scoreboard.
We're being tested right to the end.
It's a cliffhanger. What's the score? Was it a 3? Was it a 2? Was it none? Was there a shot clock violation?
Well, on the live stats, they're calling it a 2. So Storm lead by 9. They've been here before a couple of times during this game, and Bradford Dragons out of timeouts normally, or a break in the game when the coach can get in their ear, have come storming back. Have they got one more push in them, or can Hemel Storm see this one out?
I think it's everyone. The nerves are going to show. Storm have already, they recognised that they were getting a bit nervous. It was a great heads-up play by Greg to kick it out to Bodie and drain the 2 or 3, which was still, you've got it as a 2.
Well, on the live stats, they're saying 2 at the moment. Hemel by 9.
Scoreboard's back.
But Bradford, their season's on the line here. They've just got to give it everything they've got.
And done a great job so far.
They have. They've been in this game. They've almost been out of it twice. They've dragged themselves back in, especially behind David Walsh. 3s, 24 points. 18 points from Sulks and 11 rebounds. Another double-double for him. Way above his points average. Fetsky only 3 points for 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Great Ozabor, as we mentioned, he hasn't played a lot of minutes, but he's in now, and it's crunch time.
Yeah, again, you've got to have your great players there when it's needed, because if you don't extend the season, then there's no point in them being even on the bench. So being recognised as one of their players.
And Ozabor is certainly great. Having a good season. He goes inside, good extra pass, but great D by Bodie coming across. And whistle.
It was seen off the ball there. I think they might notice. Not sure. It was a no call.
Referee held up the number.
Great
Good
block.
job. They missed the three, but they get the long offense rebound. And that's Lakudis. Fetsky, Salts, hands off to Walsh. And he has to throw it up. Walsh didn't take it. And he's telling Salts, my bad, I should have taken that.
Bradford
Great
really patient there. They were hanging out for the right shot. You know, they feel they've got plenty of time in this if they can nail those threes, but one loose pass, time clock's gone, turn over to Storm.
Yeah, and I think great D there on the ball and on that attempted handoff or pass by the Storm. They need more of that to see this out. 72-63. Oh, what a pass!
Kudus went down, clutching his knee there. I don't think it was any foul or intention. He just...
Great pass preceding that, but we're concerned for Lakudis.
Let's hope he's okay.
(74-63).
Walking very gingerly on it. I don't think we'll be seeing Lakudis out this game. It's a real shame that Dragons have to make a change. When they thought they kind of had the door slightly ajar, seeing a way back into this game, but is this enough to tip it in Storm's favour?
He's struggled offensively tonight, Lakudis, but made such a big shot last week, which ultimately won that game for the Dragons. But Hemel Storm at the moment are in control. Can they keep that control right to the end of this game? Lang to Fetsky, all the way across. Great Osabor for three, drains it. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a two-possession game.
Life in this game yet.
74-66. Bodie, high screen from Greg. Comes back out. Tries to deal with Salts inside. And good job by Bradford Dragons, and a foul in transition. And intentional foul called.
These things are what changes games. It changes the momentum. Bodie just trying to slow the ball down. Judge to intentionally stopped him going forward. So they go to the line, shoot one, and they get the ball back. Going all the way.
This is where it's so crucial. Rehal Salts, 7 of 8 from the line until that one, 87%. 7 of 9, knocks the 2 down. Now they get possession. Seven-point lead, 2:21 remaining here at the Hart Sports Village at Hearts University. Fetsky, hands off to Jermaine Lang. Walsh, the man they want to shoot it, just can't get it to go. And great fight by Teu. And him and Great Osabor getting after that ball, but possession is with the Storm. Emotions at a high level here, lots at stake. Winner goes to the semi-final of the playoffs versus Thames Valley Cavaliers or Worthing Thunder.
There you go.
Mike Williams trying to make sure that it's going to be Hemel Storm.
Big play, big D.
There's a ball.
Out of bounds, Storm ball.
And we're getting really close, Si. Just got to manage the pace of this game now, Hemel Storm. Levi. Looks for the handoff to Mike Williams. High screen from Greg. And he attacks. Just can't get it to go. Good defense without fouling by the Dragons. Betsky, Salt, lost control of the ball.
It's a real shame to see, just losing their way just right at the end. You know, a couple of turnovers that you just really think Dragons have had the ascendancy for a while. 1:16 to go. 9-point ball game.
Taylor. Into Greg. Spins baseline. Almost out of bounds. Good defense by Walsh.
Nine seconds on the shot clock.
And if they go across court like they did for Mike Williams, no, they're going to go close to Tau, to Bodie. Well, Mike with a little back screen, and Greg gets it. And here you go to the line for 2 shots. Nicely designed play and getting the ball into Greg where he's going to do most damage.
Yeah, he draws the foul, you know, go to the line. He gets 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2. Just takes it back to double figures. Big psychological factor for Dragons to get back again in this game.
Greg, 77% from the line for this season.
There you go.
Knocks that down. 10-point lead again. Under a minute to go. Hemel Storm in touching distance of the semi-final of this year's playoffs. Salts all the way across Osborne. He's already made 1. Attacks and stumbled. Travel call. And the refs are going to have to talk about it here. The ref on the baseline maybe saw it as a foul.
Travel. Timeout Gould. 40
good...
seconds to go. We've been here before. Thames Valley, I think, was 7 points adrift. Not many seconds on the clock, and managed to send that game to overtime. I'm sure Dragons have got their own experience there. Still not inconceivable that Dragons can drag this one out.
Well, with Walsh playing so well, 24 points, and you can't leave him alone. And if he gets hot, knocks down a couple of threes, then they will put their press on, which has caused some issues for Hemel Storm. You just don't know. 24 points, 7 of 15 from behind the arc, which is pretty impressive, 46%. And every 3 has been a massive momentum builder for the Dragons. And they're going to need some heroics here. Lykoudis is not in the game. He's got that injury by the looks of it, but all players out on the floor can make a 3 for the Dragons. But first, they've got some defense and they've got full court pressure ready to go. Fetsky is going to double the first pass, trying to anticipate where the ball's going to go. Now they're going to trap.
Dragons haven't got fouls to give, have they? They're only on 1 foul. Every second they take to foul someone to try and send him to the line so they get the ball back. 2 more to go, sorry.
2 more to go, yeah. And that's big. Here they go again. Fetsky denies. I think they will foul again. And we've got 1 more to give. And the main thing for the Dragons is that very little time is going off the clock.
Changes it from baseline to sideline. No, timeout called. Coach Spinks wants a word.
Yeah, good timeout. Maybe he's going to look at setting something up to get this ball out of their own half. Maybe set a screen, get somebody open. So what they don't want is to get it stolen. Maybe the ball gets to Walsh, make a 3, press back on, and then the pressure starts building again. But Yeah, I think just calm everybody down, remind them how close they are. But it's quite clear what the threats are with the Dragons. I'm not making any predictions. What about you, Si? What do you think?
You know, I've been at so many sporting events, so many basketball games. You've seen it happen. 36 seconds to go. I'm not going to invite the commentator's curse. I'm going to say Dragons are going to push the Storm all the way. Great to see 130 of you currently watching, and families. I'm sure will get that number up. Let's see if Storm can extend their season to the semi-finals.
Inside, ball's loose, and Hemel still fortunate to get it back, and they want a foul. They've got one more foul to give. And Levi attacks the basket, and he's fouled.
Ode ended up in the the backcourt there. Friendly little shove in that direction.
Well, Bradford Dragons have got to be physical, but they don't want to commit an unsportsmanlike. Levi not. Mike Williams in motion. Next foul, they will go to the line. Walsh and Bodie having a few words.
Again, 1-2, just takes that game, it takes it a little bit further. It's a big ask. First one's good.
With Bodie making these shots, it's really tough now. He's 5 of 8 today. 11 of 13 made free throws as a team. Walsh looking for an opening, gives it to Salt, no hesitation, just short. Offensive rebound, Fetsky. Now they can put the press back on. And Levi slipped, but the foul has been called. And Great Elzeball goes to pick him up. And Levi affords himself a smile and takes the slow walk up to the free throw line for his first free throws of the game. .7% from the line, 26 to 30 this season. That is outstanding. And nothing but net, and I really like what he does once he releases it. He's not back on his heels, he's moving forward, which means you're really in complete control of the shot.
Goes for
Well
Purdue.
done to Levi.
Yeah, the game's done. Graham, I'm calling it. Brave.
You're a brave man.
He walks for
Volunteer
miles.
of the year has spoken.
There we go. Storm go to the semi-finals. They're going to beat Thames Valley at Thames Valley. It's going to be a tough one. It was a great game. Bradford really pushed us in the first half. They gave up the third quarter a bit, and it was just a bit too much for them, Graham. Been a great game. Really enjoyed it. Just to say, this is our last stream of the season, and a big thank you to Graham. He's really helped me through this. With all the tips and everything, and Lee behind the camera, who won't come behind the camera. FC Video have been a great support of us. Everything we've asked of them. We wanted replays, we got replays. We wanted quarter scores, we got quarter scores. Every week we've asked for that little bit more, and Lee's delivered. It's just, I think, for us to say now, season's not dead.
No, season continues, and Mike Williams leading the way for the Storm tonight. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks as well. Bodie with 20, Greg with 15, leading the Storm. And a mention for Bradford Dragons, who were just played tough, very resilient, but in the end, it was just a mountain too high to climb for them.
Yeah, it's a shame we won't be able to be there. I'm sure in the future maybe they'll look at away streams or you know, when people can visit. But you know, just to say thanks to all the staff at University of Hearts, all the guys behind the lines that, you know, have been supporting us. Our moderators have been watching every minute of YouTube to make sure that we're kept on keen and know what's going on there. Thank you very much with your help there. It's the semi-finals. Let's go Storm.
Well, great performance. And just quickly for Dragons, Walsh 24, Sulks 19. So yet again, Hemel Storm are victorious. The Storm has taken down the Dragons. Enjoy the rest of your evening.